Good morning from beautiful Amherst County, Virginia. I'm Sabrina Kennan, President of the Amherst County Chamber of Commerce, here with Member Minutes. And today we get to speak with Octavia Starbuck of the Amherst Museum. Good morning.
Good morning, Sabrina. How are you?
Well, how about yourself?
We're doing great over here.
It's really good to see you. Haven't been able to see you in so long.
I know it's been a crazy couple of years.
Yes. Tell us kind of who you are. Tell us what you do with the museum and what all's going on.
All righty. I'm the museum director, and I've been here 7 years now. It's gone by really fast. But as the director, I wear many hats, anything from answering the phone to, working in the archives and the collections, taking in the collections, recording the collections, board meetings, getting ready for those for our board. And we have been closed to researchers, but we just recently in May opened that back up to researchers because we do have a lot of people coming from other states who want to come and use our research library. And then back in June of 2020, we did open up to visitors visiting just our exhibits. And in both cases, you need an appointment and you still need a mask and lots of hand sanitizer.
Right.
So we are currently working with the schools where we're recording a couple of programs, although with things opening up back now with the governor, we have rescheduled a program that we had to cancel because of the virus. And that will happen September the 26th, and it's called Mysterious Mount Edlow.
Okay.
Edlow is a mountain, and we're trying to figure out where that mountain is, or the old maps show Mount Edlow, but it's not on modern maps. So that should be an intriguing program, and that's at 2:30 on September the 26th.
That sounds very interesting. It's always fun to learn new things about our county and our community. And the library is, the museum is a great place to start. You guys have some great pieces. And even at the visitor center, you have some pieces on loan to us to show off. And when people come in, they love it. It's just magnificent. We thank you for that.
We were glad to do that. We had a gentleman in just this week. I think it was, this is Tuesday, so it must have been yesterday. Came by and he'd just been down to the visitor center and checking out that exhibit and was very pleased.
Very glad to hear that. You guys have always been a chamber supporter, and we support you guys. Why do you think it's important in our community to support your local chamber?
Well, I think that's where a lot of help comes from. For businesses as well as nonprofits like the museum. You advertise for us, you do that wonderful e-blast on Fridays. I love that. And, if we can help you, then you're helping us. And if we can get visitation in, it helps the county in general as well as the town. And I think it's just an important step that everybody, businesses and nonprofits, should be involved with the chamber.
We think so too. It's so many great opportunities in our county, and sometimes we don't know they're going on, and we try so hard to highlight all those things, but if we don't know, we
That's
can't
right.
Well, one of my favorite parts of Member Minutes is the mystery question. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. So, Octavia, who had the most influence on you growing up?
I would have to say a very bad teacher.
Oh, goodness.
It's in a history class. It was the person who made me want to study more in history and go into the field of history. Little did I know that the history part would turn into a museum, because I've been in museums 30 years now. But she was the worst history teacher in my life. Kids would sit in the classroom and do spitballs to the ceiling. she read to us the assignment from what she had signed the night before for homework and sat there and read it to us. So it was a very boring class. And I kept thinking, there's got to be a better way of teaching history. And of course, my first goal was going into education and becoming a school teacher. But when I graduated in 1974 from Mary Washington, schools weren't hiring females to teach history. They were looking for a male who could coach and teach history. And that comes to the lady's husband. And he was the next big influence because he was marvelous. He actually taught English and coached, but he was the best English teacher I ever had. And it's just so funny that it was her, his wife, and himself that really stilled me into going looking for history. So I had a degree in history and education, and when I couldn't find that teaching job, I looked into a teaching job at a museum, and I was happy because in a museum you can use hands-on items to get your points across. You don't have to imagine something, you can see it. And in some cases, if they're reproductions, you can touch it, and it makes learning just so important.
Yes, ma'am. Well, we appreciate everything you do, highlighting the history of our county and also always seeking new information about our county. It's not just,
Right.
what we already know. You're constantly searching for new things, and we love that. Octavia, you've been a great guest. Thank you so very much. Look forward to coming in and seeing you in person. I hope you have a great day, and we will see you soon. Get us that information for September so we can get that out to the public.
Will do. Yeah. And thanks for touching back. Great to see
Yes,
you.
ma'am. Good to see you too.